Yo,
Well, a man from the
I
UK.
I follow this dude on Instagram, right? He has like 7 Instagram accounts though, and he never posts on any of them, so I don't know which one's correct. Bro, this dude walked from the bottom of either Chile or Argentina. I don't know which one it is, right? This dude walked from the bottom of South America. But listen to this, right? This shit's insane. He walked from the bottom of South America all the way up and through Latin America, up the west coast of the United States, up into Alaska, crossed over the ice bridge, partially swam from Alaska to Russia, walked through Russia, Mongolia, China, all that shit, went down through the Middle East, bro. And because of like a war or whatnot, this man swam across the Caspian Sea, gang. Like, bro, this shit's so insane, bro. What? Bro, this shit's annoying. It took that. You stupid as hell, bro. But I look right. This man walked from down here. Well, I can't. You can see my mouse. It's just because of the blue. He walked from down here all the way up the west coast of South America, all the way up through Central America, up the west coast of America, over here, bro. In the wintertime, this like kind of turns into ice. So he walked slash slam swim across this, bro. Walked all the way down to like here, bro. And then yeah, right here. I don't know if it was in Kazakhstan or Turkmenistan. I don't know which one it was, but he didn't want to walk through Iran, bro. So this man swam across his whole sea, gang. He swam across the sea, bro. Walked up through Turkey, up into the Balkans and whatnot. Nah. Because this dude didn't hit Africa in his journey, bro. Listen, right? Walked up through Turkey, bro. And he's like up here right now, bro. He's from London, gang. It's taking him like 24 years to do this shit. We have to watch the video on YouTube right now. But I know what it is because I saw him on Instagram and I thought it was fake. It's so real.
Is taking the
27 years, bro, to pretty much walk around the world, gang. 27 years. I'm 28. He started that shit when I was 1, bro. I'm 28 now. I lived the whole life.
phrase the long way home to a whole new level. Setting off on his epic journey from Chile 27 years ago, he's now nearing the finish line. CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio has more. Ramy, good morning.
Hey, Michael. Yeah, good morning. And this guy, Karl Bushby, really is the ultimate globetrotter, if you will, walking across continents, but walking also across time, sponsored by a lot of outdoor brands. I mean, what have you been doing since the year 1998? Because that is when he started walking. He had 2 rules. He calls them simple. He couldn't use any mechanical transport, and he would not go home until he got there on foot.
Bro, that's literally some of the most insane shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't know what his reason was for doing it. On Instagram, I saw pictures and videos. Like it'd be like him like eating with a bunch of people in like Mongolia, and like people him like in like Honduras, like hanging out, like just nutty shit, bro.
Since Karl Bushby started walking non-stop across the planet in 1998, the world has changed. But human kindness, he says, has not since his first few days on the road in Chile.
These indigenous folks just brought me in, they sat me down, put plates of food in front of me, and then, tea and thank you very much, and then left. Found nothing but the best in those 27 years, which has just been remarkable.
In that time, Bushby has walked about 30,000 miles. From the age of 29, he's marked a generation of birthdays on the road and turned 56 this year. Traversing up the Americas, across the U.S. to Russia, then Asia, and now Europe.
Bro, do you see the line across the sea? This man swam across the sea because he didn't want to walk through this dangerous ass country, bro. And he didn't want to go back into Russia because it was already an issue. He had issues in Russia. Like, gang, my whole life basically, bro. Bro, he was walking the earth, like literally walking the earth before I have conscious memories. Like, that shit's so insane. I mean, when he started walking, there wasn't home computers like that back then. No cell phones, no social media. People still had big box TVs in their house. Like, the world was so different, bro. Most people still had like stereo systems at their house and whatnot, bro. Like, payphones existed back when this, like, payphone was like a prominent, house phones were prominent ways of communication back when this dude was started walking the earth. Like,
Why?
Our lives are short, and I've always wanted to live it to the fullest that I can.
Bushby has lived more than most of us might ever dare. One of the scariest things happened early on. In 2000, he crossed the dangerous Darien Gap, the only way to pass from South to Central America.
Through the middle of a war zone, and there's a whole layer above that of cartels and drug plantations, and then really, really tough jungle.
He later traversed the Bering Strait from Alaska to Siberia, becoming the first Brit to do so, and had a run-in with a polar bear.
You're in a very serious world that will kill you in 20 minutes if you mess up.
Barred from walking through Russia or Iran, he swam the Caspian Sea, the first person to do so, nearly 200 miles in a month. And now, to get home, he may have to swim again. The English Channel from France.
But swimming sucks, dude. It just sucks. I'm not a swimmer. I don't like it.
Physical challenges aside, Bushby says there were emotional ones too.
Done it twice, lost both of them, circumstances. You know, it's just hard to do that on the road like this.
Was there ever a time with family or close friends where you thought, you know what?
yo, bro, I know this is a crazy ass thought, but this is what I just thought. Bro, what if he didn't get no pussy this whole 27 years? No, nothing. No companionship, no sexual interaction, nothing, bro. This dude was just walking, eating some meals here and there, bro. My biggest question though is how is he able to feed himself other than like begging? Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause this is a long time, bro. Let's just say he eats one meal a day, bro. That's still what? 365 times 25. My fault. 25. That's still 9,125 meals. Actually, no, I lied. Sorry. I only did 20. Only did that times 25. Almost 10,000 meals he had to provide for himself somehow, bro. Insanity.
I got to go back.
So it was understood that if any of them died, I wouldn't be there at their funeral. Simple as that.
Technological adaptations were needed as well. In 2013, he bought his first touchscreen device.
In the early days, you are pretty isolated. Now you couldn't hide if you tried.
Yeah, back on the road.
Karl started his TikTok just this summer and has more than 350,000 followers as he hits his home stretch.
How does it feel?
Uncomfortable. Realizing that, it's like anyone who's had a lifetime career and it's time to retire.
What's the lesson you want to share?
Don't be afraid. Get off the couch. Get out of bed. Make it happen. That first step will open a world of possibilities and opportunities, and don't be afraid.
And Karl is almost home. Only about 2,000 more miles to go until he gets here in England at the end of next year, Michael. His second passion, he told me, is
The end of next year? So the end of 2026? Insanity. Must feel very weird for him to not have to walk when he gets home. He still got to walk. He don't got no money for a car or nothing, bro. He gonna have to walk everywhere he goes until he gets some bread. I mean, I didn't really try looking him on YouTube or nothing like that, bro. But like, they're saying he just made a TikTok like this summer, bro. He could have been monetizing this entire journey, bro. This little snippet every day, like a minute update, like, hey, I'm in Kurdistan, Mongolia. You know, I'm here. He could have been documenting the whole shit.
STEM, teaching science, technology, engineering, and math to more people. And he said he sees himself doing
STEM?
that for the rest of his already very fulfilling life. I'd say if you see him on the road, say hi, maybe buy him a coffee so that he keeps on going.
A coffee? I'm going to buy him an Uber. Ramy and Asensio.
I'm
really
gonna buy him an
inspirational story.
Uber.
Thanks for that.
Holy shit, bro. That's insanity. Genuine insanity, bro. Yo, 1998. Be back soon, honey. Just getting some air. Said, dude is literally Forrest Gump. That's what you said. Said, bro, watch Forrest Gump and took that shit to heart. The surprise twist at the end of the movie: a family reunion with 27 kids that speak 27 different languages. Both my parents already did this walking to school back in the day. People are funny as hell. Damn. Buy him an Uber. Can't have an original thought ever. Shake my head. I mean, I don't know, bro. There's nothing. And they didn't tell, he didn't talk about how he fed himself or nothing else like that. I mean, he talked about human kindness a few times, like, so I'm guessing when he got real down and out sometimes, he just relied on other people, which is crazy. Yeah, I got a lot of questions like no vagina that whole time, bro. How'd you feed yourself? How'd you clothe yourself? How would you even get the money for a cell phone? Like, there was one comment down. I didn't read it, but it said, like 15 years ago, this guy read an article about Karl Bushby doing this. I mean, he might not. I just hope he might not write a book or movie by himself, but somebody will. I'll say, I just hope the dude doesn't get exploited after all that time. You know what I mean? Because like, how much human interaction could he really have with with walking that journey? You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. To even try to think about. Like almost no interaction at all. Not even a little bit. Yeah, I know, but this dude probably went through fucking 70 countries. Not every country's like that, bro. Not every region's like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, no companionship at all, bro. Like, I bless his soul, bro. Like, I'm a brave dude. I would do a lot of stuff, but like, he must have just had like a whole shitload of money, bro, and was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna ball out." And then just slowly over time, just went about his business. Kept a few phone numbers like laminated, probably like in like a, I don't know, like something wore around his neck. You know what I mean? So in case he needed to call like home, like, "Hey, can you wire me $4,000 to Los Angeles, this Western Union?" Bless his soul, bro.